Hello and welcome to the fifth lecture of Life Processes in Living Organisms Part 1. In the last lecture, you studied the energy production from different food components. In this lecture, we are going to study the cell division, mitosis. That there are two types of cell divisions. Number one, mitosis, and number two, meiosis. You know very well what is mitosis and what is meiosis. Let us see mitosis first. The mitosis, we know that mitosis takes place in the somatic cells. The somatic cells means the cells which are responsible for the body character. This mitosis, it completes through two main steps. Mitosis, it has two main steps. Number one, it is a karyokinesis, and number two, it is a cytokinesis. Karyokinesis, karyon means nucleus. Nuclear division means in this step, first nucleus divides and cytokinesis means cytoplasm divides. Let us see what is karyokinesis. The nuclear division completes in the karyokinesis. This karyokinesis, it involves four different steps. Number one, prophase. Number two, metaphase. Number three, anaphase. And number four, it is a telophase. Let us see one by one. See, this is the first stage of mitosis, that is prophase. In the prophase, the condensation of basically thin and thread-like chromosomes start. See, this is a thread-like chromosome. It is present in the nucleus. It start to condense. Means it start to appear in a specific shape. So this condensation of this thread-like chromosome, it starts in the prophase, and so that it becomes short and thick. After condensation, it becomes short and thick, and it appears along their pairs of sister chromatids. This chromosome, it take a specific shape and it appears along with the sister chromatids. What are the sister chromatids? See, suppose this is a chromosome. It is a dumbbell shape. So these are the sister chromatids, and this is a pair of sister chromatids. So this is a pair and this is another pair of sister chromatid. So this thread-like chromosome, it start to condense and it becomes thick, short, and it appears like a sister chromatid. We can see the sister chromatid in this. Then centriole duplicate and each centriole moves to the opposite pole. The centriole that is present in the cell. See, this is here is a centriole. It duplicate, and one centriole it moves to this pole, and one centriole it moves to this pole. Initially one centriole is there, it duplicate and it moves to the opposite poles of the cell. The nuclear membrane and nucleolus start to disappear. This is the nuclear membrane. It slowly start to disappear, so that this condensed chromosome, it comes into the cytoplasm itself. Here ends the prophase. Then see the next phase, that is a metaphase. This is the metaphase. In the metaphase, nuclear membrane completely disappears. See here, no nuclear membrane is there. This coiled or the thread-like chromosome, it condenses and it takes like the shape, dumbbell shape, just like this one. So nuclear membrane completely disappears in this step. The chromosome complete their condensation and they appears clearly along with the sister chromatid. See, these are the sister chromatid. The condensation completes, and this chromosome, they arranged at the equatorial plane. This is a peculiar feature of the metaphase. If we observe the slide and if we observe the chromosomes which are present at the equatorial plane, then we can say that this is a metaphase. So it is a peculiar character, that chromosome arranged at equatorial plane. Then see, these are the dotted lines. These are spindle fibers. These start to appear. The spindle fiber appears from the centriole to the centromere. This is a centromere. So spindle fiber, this is a flexible protein fiber. They produced from centriole to the centromere of the chromosome. Here ends the metaphase. Then move to the next phase, that is the anaphase. See, this is the picture or the figure of the anaphase. These are very basic diagram for the understanding. In the anaphase, centromere splits and thereby sister chromatids of each chromosome separate and they pull apart in the opposite direction with the help of spindle fibers. See, in this case, these are centromere, these are the sister chromatid. These centromere split and the sister chromatids, they are separate from each other. These are called daughter sister chromatids. So they separate because of the splitting up of centromere. Then in this phase, because of the spindle fibers, after this, see, I draw the another diagram for more clearance. Then these flexible protein fibers, these are formed between the centromere and the centriole. They pull this centromere towards this pole or towards the centriole. So they pulled these centromere along with this sister chromatid to this opposite poles, means towards the centriole. Then so that after pulling, it appears like this. It appears like a bunch of banana. Slowly, these daughter chromatids, they move towards the centriole and so they appear like a bunch of banana at two different poles. This is a peculiar character of the anaphase. If we observe the slide, and in that, if we observe that the chromosomes are just like to the opposite pole and they look like the bunch of banana, we can say that this is the anaphase of the mitosis. Here ends the mitosis. Then move to the fourth phase, that is the telophase. See, this is the telophase. Telophase, it is nothing but it is reverse prophase. We can say that it is a reverse prophase. In the anaphase, the chromosome moves to the opposite pole. The ends here. So these are the two different sets of chromosomes. And in the telophase, what happens when they reached at the opposite poles? The cells now, then these chromosomes, they start to decondense. The chromosomes which are initially in this shape along with their sister chromatid, they start to decondense. Again they become thread-like and invisible, just like in the prophase. So it is called reverse prophase. So again, once again I repeat, in the telophase, the chromosome, when they reached at the opposite pole, they start to decondense. They again become thread-like, thin and invisible. And again, the nuclear membrane around that two sets slowly start to form. Because of this nuclear membrane, we get two sets of chromosomes separately. Here, karyokinesis ends. Means in a cell, in the cytoplasm of the cell, we get two sets of chromosome. Initially, one nucleus is there. That nucleus divides by prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and in the telophase, finally we get two nucleus in the cell. Here ends the karyokinesis. Again, one feature of this telophase is spindle fiber totally disappear, nuclear membrane form. So you remember these 2 points. So karyokinesis ends here. After the karyokinesis, the next step of mitosis is a cytokinesis. See, this is a cell with 2 nuclei. This is formed at the end of karyokinesis. Slowly, a notch formation is there or the groove is formed and this cytoplasm divides to 2 parts. This notch slowly deepens and here is the formation of these 2 cells. Then this separates from each other and we get two different cells with two different nucleus. So here is the end of cytokinesis. This notch formation, it takes place along the equatorial plane, but sometimes in case of plant cell, instead of notch, the cell plate formation is there. What is cell plate? See, suppose this is the plant cell. So this is a plant cell, just like this, the cell plate formation. This is called the plate. In case of plant cell, the cytoplasm divides by forming a plate. And in case of animal cell, a notch or a groove is formed to divide the cytoplasm. Here ends the cytokinesis. This mitosis, it is essential for growth of the body, and again it is very necessary for restoration of emaciated body. It is also useful for wound healing and the formation of blood cells. Write down the uses of mitosis. You have to write down these uses. That is, it is useful for the growth of the body. Again, it is useful for restoration of emaciated body. And again, it is useful for wound healing, and it is useful for the formation of blood cells.
Mitosis. In this module, you will learn about mitosis. Mitosis is a process of cell division that makes possible regeneration of body parts. To elaborate, mitosis is the separation of nuclear chromosomes into two identical daughter nuclei. It is divided into four key phases: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. An additional phase called cytokinesis occurs after the complete nuclear division. Before a dividing cell enters mitosis, it undergoes a period of growth and rest. This period is called interphase. In interphase, the genetic material of a cell increases. Prophase. During prophase, the chromatin condenses and becomes short and thick to form chromosomes. Each chromosome has two sister chromatids joined together at the centromere. The nucleolus disappears and the nuclear membrane starts to break down. The centrosomes, each with a pair of centrioles, move apart to the opposite poles, forming a spindle between them. Metaphase. During metaphase, microtubules of the spindle interact with chromosomes. This causes the chromosomes to move and align along the middle of the cell or the equatorial plate. Sister chromatids are held at the centromere, confirming the presence of protein structures called kinetochore at the surface. The kinetochore holds the chromosomes and attaches them to the spindle. Anaphase. During anaphase, the sister chromatids separate at the kinetochores, and the daughter chromosomes, along with the divided centromere, move towards the opposite poles as the microtubule shortens. The poles of the spindle also move apart and help to separate the chromosomes. As the chromosomes separate completely into two sets, one at each pole, anaphase is considered complete. Telophase. During telophase, the daughter chromosomes arrive at the pole and the chromatin starts to decoil. Also, the nuclei reform along with nucleoli. This triggers the reformation of the nuclear membrane. Cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is the partition of the cytoplasm. In animals, a cleavage furrow appears in the plasma membrane, which deepens and divides the cytoplasm into two daughter cells, each containing a nucleus. In plants, new cell wall formation is triggered at the center of the cell by the formation of a cell plate. The cell plate grows outwards till it meets the existing wall, resulting in two daughter cells.
If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe it and press the bell icon to get the notifications of next video. Thank you.